page 13, and this is lesson 8. And what this is, using this idea here, yeah, I started thinking to myself, the fretboard is in C major. But is it in C major? Because I was thinking to myself, okay, if I get my guitar, if it was in C major, then surely that note would be C. But it isn't. You can't think like that. It's an E. And if we think about the key of C major, we can think, what is E relative to the C major? And that is the third note in C major, which would be the root note of chord 3. Chord 3, as a synonym, as its modal name, is Phrygian. And if I play the C major scale from the E, I get the Phrygian mode. Put a Phrygian cadence on there like that. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me show you how this works, guys, because we're going to be able to use this to plot out the whole of the fretboard. I'm going to pull up another sheet now. This one here. So I thought to myself, the fretboard, it seems to be organised in some sort of fashion. So if I come from the E here and I go E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. There's my Phrygian. But I thought, hang on, I know a lot of box patterns. I know box patterns, so let's go for the box pattern idea and just carry that on. There's going to be the F, and then there's the G, A, and then I can take this note here, B, C, D, E, F. How cool is that? So this is the Phrygian mode, which is chord 3, and in this instance just happens to be E minor. If we look at that, I'll just put the key here, C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, and B diminished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me get chord 7 there. Okay, what we've done is we've got one of the minor modes. Phrygian is a minor mode because it has this distance from this root note here. We've got a flat second and then we've got a flat third. That's the Phrygian mode. It goes root, flat second, flat third. If you want to know the formulas, this is like the phone numbers that you need to remember for the pizza shop. Fourth, we've got a fifth, we've got a flat 6, and then we get a flat 7 as well. That's the way we spell the Phrygian mode. We need to memorize this stuff like I explained the other week about memorizing these synonym way of thinking. So that's 3 taken care of. Okay, well that's cool, Ricky. Then I thought, okay, what about the rest of it? That's Phrygian. There's another 2 minor modes. Let's have a look. Let's look at this one. A minor. Look, here, if I go here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I've got another mode there, but the cool thing is I can use this to memorize the notes on the fretboard. I can get my guitar, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Say it as you play it. Yeah? F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E. Does it make sense? So you say it as you're playing it, and by saying it, you are labelling the sound and where you're putting your fingers. You'll know where everything goes. So here, this is Aeolian. When I say A, it sounds like I'm saying hey or something. A, ah, Aeolian. Let me put that in there. The Aeolian mode. This is also known as the natural minor, and in the major key it would also be known as the relative minor. So the Aeolian, the natural minor, and the relative minor, those are just synonyms for the same thing. We could work out the formula: root, major second, flat third, fourth, fifth, flat 6, flat 7. And then we're back to the root note again. So that is the formula for that. Oh, that's cool. We've got one more minor to go at here. There's one more minor that we want to tackle. What colour am I going to have? Let's have this. I like this peachy colour. It's a nice peachy colour. The last one we need is D minor. D minor in C major is chord 2. Chord 2 is Dorian. So we're going to have the Dorian mode here, and this is going to be on D. So D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. We have covered all the natural notes on the fretboard. The Dorian Mode, if you want to play jazzy stuff, this is the one. Let's look at the formula for this. This is going to be a root, it's got a second, it's got a flat third, it's got a fourth, it's got a fifth, it's got a major 6, and it's got a flat 7. So that's the difference. You can see the subtle differences between these scales. And that gives you your minor modes. Those are your minor modes. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I was thinking to myself, hang on, what about the other modes? And I knew, when I've talked about playing the minor pentatonic here, the root note's there, isn't it? But if I start with my pinky on there and play exactly the same pattern, not starting from the F sharp, I get the major pentatonic. So I thought to myself, can I do this with this here? And then I realised, if I lose these two notes here on the A minor, and I start on the C here, then I just get my C major scale. 2 octaves of C major scale. So now I've got the C major scale, which is Aeolian, modally. So modally, that's Aeolian. I thought, oh, hang on, does it work with others? And yes, it does. I also thought to myself, with this, Aeolian is the relative minor to the major. So the major and the minor, there's a duality. The opposite sides of the same coin. So if I could take the first 2 notes off, can I get a mode out of this? So if I get rid of these 2 notes here, E and F, and I start on the G would be chord 5. And that would be Mixolydian. So here I get Phrygian, and I get my Mixolydian. And I think of these as being opposite to each other sonically. Phrygian and Mixolydian. Here's the thing. I could take that now and go, oh, hang on. So this is my E Phrygian. But if I ditch the first 2 notes and start on the G, then there's my Mixolydian. Put a bluesy chord on it. Put that dominant chord 5 on that, yeah? So you can hear how that works with that one there. Back to this business here. That's Phrygian and that's Mixolydian. How's it going to work with this one? The 2 notes. Let's get rid of the bottom 2 notes of that there. And we end up left with this F here. F here is going to be chord 4. So we've already established that we've got Dorian. And then what we can do is with that chord 4, that's going to be Lydian. If, for instance, we've got this F major 7 here, you can hear that's what's going on there. The cool thing, I think, with this is, 1, you get a way of practicing your notes. This is the easiest one here. This one here, because it starts at A, at the 5th fret. So I go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Hopefully that makes sense. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Say it backwards as well. So to do it forwards, do it backwards. If it's too fast for you doing it that way, then a good way to do it would be to play each note 4 times. C, 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 B, 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 A, G, 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 G. That's good solid practice stuff. Good solid practice stuff that you need to do. That got me thinking then, when I was looking at that, these modes are everywhere on the fretboard, so this is a really cool way of dividing up your fretboard into the natural notes. And you can see here that essentially the guitar is tuned to a funky E minor 11. It's not a nice one. If you play the open strings, it's not nice. But that means it's related to chord 3. We can relate other parts to other chords within the key of C major. What I'm saying to you is the guitar is tuned to C major, if you stick to the natural notes, And it's also a 5-stringed instrument, which is bizarre. I know it's not something that you're going to come across regular. The story that I want to get into, though, is how these numbers then changed for me, how they changed everything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to the sheet that we had here. I've got this one here.